Hello, viewers, and welcome back to Milestone One. What was last time? Last time we... Right. We started investigating about Rune, and we learned that her name is or people are calling her Sarah, apparently, and that Rune was a troublemaker girl that died a couple years ago. Was the brother of the bad company guy. Totally forgot his name. And we kind of got like a meeting between the company staff with some arguing and whatever. It also made, like, I've been calling that Rune's probably an android or some kind of robot thing, but I actually think I'm wrong about that. I think it's leaning more towards like a artificial human, homunculus type of thing. Just because of, I remember in the meeting they were arguing about morals and stuff, and I don't think you'd need to argue about morality with robots. It's more of a human thing, so they're probably homunculuses, and we know there's multiple ones because it's called the Sister Project. And I didn't realize at the time, but because I just thought they were like sisters, as in a bunch of sisters connected, but it can also mean it more literally like just a bunch of clones of the CEO's sister, Rune. But we haven't met any of the other ones. I'm assuming they all look the same, but could be wrong. Yeah, but let's just get right into this. Back to the party after getting some information. And Hertzwan gave us, I think he told us to meet one of the members. It was like the guy that was kind of defending Rune / Sarah at the meeting. I think we're going to meet him at the tavern. Alright, let's just get right into it now. Wait, I think we missed something. Yeah, I think I accidentally clicked on the transition. I wonder what Hertzwan meant by that. I can't say either. Rune. She has quite a history. We may have sunk our teeth into something much, much larger than we'd expect. Where there's nothing we can do but head to the tavern at the time Hertzwan gave us. Do you think we could head to the tavern before that and ask around? I don't see why not. Sorry, I just can't sit still like this. Alright, I understand. Let's head over and ask people there a few questions. We may run into someone who knows this Albus person. That's his name. Yeah. Pretty good tavern music too. It's really upbeat. My goodness, it's this early in the day and this place is already bustling. But I think bustling is a good thing. Oh ladies, you're back. I'm so glad you've come back. You're like two beautiful flowers gracing this little tavern of ours. Huh? You remember us too? You have quite the memory. But of course, lovely ladies like you are such a rarity here. How could I ever forget? Hey, y'all better listen up. We've just taken our last orders for now. Oh, we ain't taking any more new orders, got it? Oh dear, sorry you two. Even though you've come all this way, looks like they're gonna start prep for dinner service. No, actually, we didn't come here for a meal. Oh? There's something we'd like to ask. Would you happen to know a person named Albus? Albus? Aha, you mean Albus Foster. Or Folster. Of course I do. He's one of our reddlers here. Could you describe what he looks like? Well, he's a quiet, middle-aged looking gentleman. But he's got a real sharp mind. He's got a pretty high position over at Zevitz, if I remember. He really doesn't come as often as he used to, but when he does, he sits at a table over there in the back to have his dinner. The waiter points at a specific table as he tells us. Alright, you have my gratitude for the information. Man, that guy. So that's how it is. So that personality of his was just an act? Real smooth operator, getting 2 pretty girls. Damn. What is this man even thinking? Just to make it clear, it's nothing like what you imagine. I swear, we're only looking for someone. The side comments are totally unwarranted. Humph. Ha 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 ha. Ratona, your face is scaring me. Well then, what should we do now? Our schedules are completely open until tonight. Ratona, look over there! Rune! Oh, there she is. Or is it a different one? Good afternoon, Miss Selphine and Miss Ratona. My hairs stand on end. Your face, it looked so lifeless. The what's this? I totally forgot the CEO's dying. It's making me. Whatever. I just call him Zevit. You did tell her to cut off her emotions, so maybe this is the result of that. It's not that she has a lack of expression. It's as if there was no life in her in the first place. I can't explain it well. As if she's just a moving doll. It feels eerie. Is she really alive? I have been looking for you two. I sincerely apologize for being unable to meet with you both at the appointed time. Rune's head seemed to just be hanging there, not even a single hint of emotion showing. Rune, what happened? This is the sediment that Master Rudo, there he is, Rudo, thank God, was trying to hand to you earlier today. Originally, I was supposed to have presented it to you myself. I would be more than delighted if you accepted it. Who cares about the stone? Just what happened to you? Just who is Rudo anyway? Master Rudo is my owner. As she speaks, Rune smiles very slightly. Despite it being a smile, the way she does it without a trace of emotion, it's nothing but eerie. Owner? Why are you treating yourself as an object? People are meant to be treated that way. I am not a person. I am a thing. See, now she's talking like a robot, though. What if I, gave up on my robot theory, but she really was a robot? That would make me sad. Rune replies instantly, without a trace of hesitation in her voice. What in the world are you saying? Is that Rudo blackmailing you to do this? Master Rudo has done nothing wrong, nor is he blackmailing me with anything. I am willingly in the employ of Master Rudo. Oh, a sad face. As I am willingly here, meeting with you both. What was that? It's as if a slight hint of emotion had returned to her. No way. No matter how I look at it, you couldn't possibly be doing this of your own free will. My lady. Come on, tell us, please. We might be able to help you out here. We're friends, aren't we? I do not have the authorization to become friends with anyone. And my name is Sarah. I sincerely apologize for giving you both the incorrect name during our first encounter. Although inconvenient, I request that you refer to me by that name from here on. Well, I doubt we will meet again after this. Sarah then bows once after telling us that and forms another artificial smile. No, that's just artificial. Yes, that's the right word. It had always bothered me since we first met. Every so often she would perform these strange, unnatural actions. Like every single movement of hers was calculated. All of her actions are artificial, manufactured. Like she was thinking of the proper response, the proper expression for each and every interaction. I must attend to the other business now, so unless there's anything else, I bid you both a good day. Wait a second. Rune, no Sarah, was it? Let me just say this much. No matter what you yourself think, Selphine and I consider you a friend. Sarah had started walking away from us until my statement stopped her. If you need us to help you, then we will do everything in our power. So let me ask you again, are you being held against your will and being forced to work? Or is this all because you hold that man, Rudo, in such high regard? Perhaps she has her reasons. Ones she can't disclose to others, or possibly ones that people wouldn't understand. She's here of her own free will, supposedly. But as Selphine said, that couldn't possibly be true. However, people have the right to reject associating with others as well. If she insists that much, then we ourselves are limited on what we can do. If you no longer want us to get involved, then... Miss Ratona. She cuts me off. I believe you are misunderstanding something. When a hammer is used, does it question its role as a tool? Does it curse its own destiny? I am not being made to work against my will. Once more, I will explain thoroughly so as to clear up any further misunderstandings. People are the ones who have rights, the ones who are given rights, and the ones who benefit from rights. For someone like me who has no authority, I do not have the right to reject people, as you so say. Likewise, I do not have the right to hold Master Rudo in high regard. That is because I am an object, a thing. Sarah continued to speak as if she were mindlessly dictating. How can anyone possibly say something that sad, that tragic, without a trace of emotion? This girl is no longer the Rune that we met yesterday. Now, have a pleasant day. That was spooky. Man, it seems like she's a robot. I guess if you give a robot intelligence, then I guess maybe there would be some a moral debate about restricting them. So maybe it is a robot. Who knows? Just what could have happened? How could someone change so drastically? Selphine's eyes lost focus. Look at her face. I think that's the first time we've seen that face. It's kind of like she's pouting. My lady? I think I'm a little angry right now. Now that it's gotten this far, it makes me want to keep on meddling in this, even if she starts to hate us. Still, she just told us her stand on the matter. If you continue to get involved with her, all you may end up doing is getting her to despise you. It's not just that. Well, you did mention it before as well. Is she Rune? Or is she Sarah? Was her kind, cheerful behavior from yesterday all just an act? What I'm sure of is that I want to know the truth. But at the same time, I want to know more about this country and the Outer Pole just as much. I want to know if they really do practice slavery here, or if there's any other discrimination taking place. And I want to understand why I suddenly want to know about all these things. It's her natural born leader instincts. Or maybe the instincts she got from the dive down power thing. Selphine, do you think we could accept any kind of discrimination? Bigotry, poverty, war. These are things that have been eradicated from Moosenhide for the most part. When it comes to slavery, even if we understand the reasons for it, our mentality refuses to accept it, no matter what. That doesn't matter, Ratona. Even if we can't change anything, we have to first understand the situation, or else nothing will ever happen. Selphine's eyes were filled with a level of dignity I'd yet to see in her, as she gazed towards the direction that Rune had departed. Good old ellipses, transition, night. After Selphine had fallen asleep, I snuck away from the inn and headed for a certain place. I got a hold of some interesting information. From what I heard, there's a cemetery near the mana mine on the outskirts of town. It's not too far from where Selphine and I were carried to by the stray effect. Okay. Ooh. No music, and it's dark. Something's bad's gonna happen. About 10 or so minutes after making my way out of the forest, I come across something that looks to be a cemetery. The place seemed to be fairly well maintained. None of it seemed to be in particular disrepair. A cemetery in the middle of a forested area in the dead of night. Awfully creepy indeed. Agreed. The thick fog added to the unwanted, sinister atmosphere of the situation. Ooh, train. I think this is the first train. It's pretty late, honestly. Well now, I push the gate open and take out the note that the innkeeper passed to me. Rune Zevitz. On the note was Rune's name, written in their language. Now I just have to search the place from top to bottom to find an engraving that matches. At the very least, I can be sure as to whether or not Rune, the little sister, has actually moved on to the next world. That's a smart idea. 20 minutes have passed. The cemetery sure is large. Thanks to fog, I can't tell how far I am from the entrance, but this is quite a large cemetery. It can't get any worse. Damn. What terrible timing. Just at a glance, it seems I haven't even explored a third of the cemetery. Really, the cemetery is ludicrously large. Do all of Kaida City's deceased end up buried here? In any case, I can't have the weather turn even worse on me. Need to hurry up checking the area out. Ugh. Not even 5 minutes have passed, and already the drizzle had turned into a downpour. The rains penetrated my cloak and coat, getting straight to my skin. Not a good idea to keep on looking around now, as I was looking for a place to shelter myself from the rain. Oh! Hello? Oh, what is this soundtrack? I'm digging it. Set. I'm paralyzed. Are you searching for Mistress's Rune's gravestone? I couldn't even speak. My hairs were all standing on end. I was keeping my guard up this whole time. I was prepared to cast Manacraft in case worst came to worst. And despite that, more importantly, she had no presence, just like when we'd first met. And on top of that, her eyes. This girl. Just who? What are you? Sarah's face remained expressionless, as the rain battered against it relentlessly. It took everything in me just to keep my eyes open, but Sarah's eyes didn't even blink. You will not find Mistress's Rune's headstone here. Why? Are you Rune herself? Who can say? Oh, come on. Who can say? You're not making any sense. This is property under the Zevitz group of companies. Trespassing is not allowed. Miss Ratona, I hope you understand the situation you are in. She speaks softly, but firmly. Please, do not trouble Master Rudo or Zevitz Enterprise. Leave the city as soon as you can. Well, then, if you will excuse me. Oh, I thought a fight was about to break out. That spooked me. God damn. And with those parting words, Rune disappeared into the forest. It might have just been me, but it felt like I saw loneliness creep into her expression for just a moment. God. Just who was it that I encountered last night? I thought we were meeting someone in the night at the tavern. Or was it? I guess it was next day. Oh well. I thought that was the plan. We were waiting until night to meet whatever his name is. And Rune doesn't have a gravestone? Why? Does that mean Sarah is Rune? No, the townsfolk all said that Rune had died. Damn it, the more I think about it, the less it made sense. Also, why is there 2 thought bubbles? This is her thinking? Like, what is this? Is this also her thinking? I don't get it. It's kind of a weird format. I didn't really notice it until then, but yeah. I think that one's always... The blue's always Ratona's thoughts. But then there's no point for this thought bubble. I don't know. I guess this is more direct, and the one's more loose? I don't know, that doesn't make sense. Damn it, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense. So all of that happened, huh? Oh, look at her face, she's pissed. I see. I wish I could have been there too. Sophie made her displeasure quite clear for me to hear as she spoke out loud. Oh, the old face. I wanted to have a good talk with Sarah too. My apologies, but it was already so late, and if you don't get enough sleep, then Mana Shock might... I really wanted to have a good talk with Sarah too. Pout. Forgive me, I won't act on my own from now on. Please accept my apology. What should I do? Stuffing continued to glare right at me. Ugh, I didn't expect her to be this upset. Alright then, I'll have you make up for this sometime, okay? Understood. You know, Ratona, I know I'm not really all that useful. Not at all. No, it's fine. I'm not trying to put myself down or anything. It's just a fact. I'm not as smart as you are, and I can't use battlecraft either. And if something were to happen, I might end up just being a burden on you. But you know, sometimes like these... It's times like these that I really have to be with you. What do you mean by that? Ratona, you're always putting yourself in danger just to protect me. Just telling you to stop isn't going to help us either. If this were Rusenhide, we could simply appoint someone else to take your place. But right now, it's just the 2 of us. In a place so far away, it's like a different planet. We're travelers just trying to get back home. Your duty right now is to make sure I get back to Rusenhide safe and sound, right? It is. But if something happened to you, there's no way I could possibly make my way back all by myself. So let's split the risk between us 2, okay? So even if something happens, there's no hard feelings between either of us. If not, then I want us to be on equal footing. This isn't an order, but a request as your friend. I am such a fool. Right now, in this situation, the 2 of us need to act as one. It's so patently simple. I'm so sorry. I promise you, we are equals from here on. Right. Even though I said I held her opinion in high regard, I ended up treating her like a child. It feels as if a haze clouding my mind has lifted. Now, I'd like to propose something. By all means. See, I also want to try using Manacraft. What? Train. Time? Is it good? No, we still have time. Okay. Rudo awakened in the boardroom, having spent the entire time looking at documents prior. He had had a terrible dream. Why did I have that dream? After all this time? The thought occurred to Rudo, but the answer came just as quickly. Sarah. Truly abhorrent. Those memories from childhood that he didn't want to remember. This is absolutely the worst. He recalled the deep resentment he had harbored towards his father, and the feelings of pity and compassion he had for his mother. With no one to receive those feelings, they continued to plague him endlessly. All this stemmed from 12 years ago. Flashback? Whoa. It even looks older. I think it's the colors. Rune was truly a violent girl since her youth. Not once would she take to heart anything said to her. She would have a way of just getting on anyone's nerve. No matter how hard people tried to understand her, they couldn't find any reason. And Rune continued to be a source of grief. She would generate hostility and strife with others, and in the meantime slip away into gaps as she laughed her head off. Maybe that's why. She was someone who loved being violent. She was so intent on rebelling against something. It was like she was missing something important inside of her. She was that kind of girl. Nice house. That day, her left eye was swollen red, perhaps having been stung by an insect? What? Ew, that must hurt. Concerned for Rune, our mother forced her frail, weak body as she tried to bring Rune to a hospital on the outskirts of town. Mom's waiting for you, Rune. No. Look, I'll give you my dessert tonight, okay? Just listen to what she has to say for today. I don't want it. Go away. Doesn't your eye hurt, Rune? If you don't get a doctor to take a look at it, you might never get to see with that eye anymore. You don't want that to happen, do you? I don't care. This eye can go die. Oh, come on, don't say something so silly. Rudo, Rune, are you ready to go? Come on, Mom even pushed herself today and got out of bed for this. Whatever, Mom can go die. The hospital can go die. And Dad can go die too. Rudo, you go die. Everyone should just die. Don't say something so sad. Well, the truth is, I didn't particularly find what she said sad. Go die. I couldn't keep track of how many times she said that to me. Rune seems to have figured out that with her limited vocabulary, saying that would inflict the greatest emotional harm. Rune, I don't really mind you telling me that, but please don't tell Mom that. I'm begging you. Yet another meaningless endeavor. She was a little devil who'd do the complete opposite of what you wanted her to do. On the other hand, if you tell her the exact opposite of what you want to done, then she'd do it without question. Maybe she just took pleasure in causing people distress. A conversation with Rune really amounted to nothing more than a one-way assault on you. Oh, Rune, you haven't changed yet? Sorry, Mom. She just wouldn't listen to me. It's alright. Sorry for making you deal with her. Come on, Rune. Let's have the doctor take a look at your eye now. No. I won't take no for an answer. You need to have that looked at right away. I found you a really good doctor. I'm sure he'll make it all better, just like that. No. Rune knew that there's no winning an argument with our mother, so... I don't want to go. She would just whine. That is the greatest form of resistance a child possesses. Wah. Once she started screaming, she would continue until her vocal cords were worn out. Ugh. Rune, please stop crying, okay? Once we're finished at the doctor's, I'll get you some ice cream from the Central Plaza. I don't wanna go. She just wouldn't do as she was told, so we had forced her to come along with us. 30 minutes after, Rune finally stopped screaming. While she was getting checked up at the medical facility, Rune kept trying to bite or lunge at the doctor in charge of her. The doctor silently continued the checkup, but it was written all over his face that he was already at his wit's end. If this hadn't been a hospital under our family, he probably would have told us to never come back again. On the way back, we stopped by the central square for a breather. Goodness, what am I ever gonna do with Rune? I'll try harder to deal with her. I'm sure if I'm just a little more patient with her, I can talk with her and she'll understand. I could stand to learn a thing or two from your patience with her. I swear, if you weren't here for me, I wouldn't know what to do. I'm sure, Rune. doesn't mean bad. I had to believe that, otherwise I couldn't possibly continue. Maybe when she grows a little older, then I'm sure. Continue considering her as my little sister. I'm sure this is just a phase. It's just for a while. It won't last. Once Rune grows just a little older, even she will. I'll be fine, so don't worry about a thing. Mom. Rune came back to us with a broken stick. Who knows where she found that? Hey, don't play with that. It's dangerous. Ha 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 ha. Dangerous, dangerous. She continued to run around, screaming as she kicked up dirt with the stick, then dashed off to who knows where. Goodness gracious, we need to get her back. Who knows what sort of trouble she may cause. Or she got a poke. Didn't Hertzwan say that she poked someone's eye out? This is probably what's gonna happen. I'll go and get her. Just wait here and rest, Mom. No, I'll go with you. If she causes problem outside, I need to scold her properly. If only that could have prevented what came next. Oh God. Yeah, someone's eye. Yeah. Huh? Is that a train? As per usual. Just moments later. It took us a moment to even realize that the blood-curdling sound we heard was a scream. Hee. What was that? I ran towards the source, and I see a boy convulsing on the ground while being straddled by someone. It was Rude. Oh. Jesus, what is a CG? Oh, I skipped something. What? Oh, I guess we're using this CG, not the graveyard one, even though they were both pretty good. Actually, this one might be a little spoilerish. I'll use the graveyard one. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. The whole area was just stained red. With how unreal, how unbelievable the scene was, my mind just completely zoned out. I thought to myself, is this what it would look like if I splashed a whole bucket of red paint here? Hey, answer me! The boy wasn't even trying to dodge the stick that just kept bearing down upon him. He was clearly unconscious. Rune! Die! Just die already, you stupid! Gahahaha! Rune's voice, already hoarse and raspy, kept screaming at the child to die. It no longer sounded like a child's. Die! 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 Nor did it even sound remotely human. Gahahaha! The next moment, my body just lunged forward unconsciously. When I came to, my clothes were drenched and dyed with various shades of crimson blood. I'm fairly sure I managed to pull Rune away from the boy, but I don't have any clear memory of doing so. The boy was immediately brought to Zavitz Medica General Hospital. Patient name Marcus Grola, age 8. So yeah, that's the same last name as Hertzwan. The doctor performed the appropriate surgical measures, thankfully managing to save the boy's life. However, they weren't able to save his left eye because of the extreme lacerations inflicted. The stick has pierced through his eyeball and created a large fissure in the sphenoid bone of his skull. This caused a huge mana imbalance in his body. Marcus would have to suffer chronic migraines for the remainder of his life. Jesus. The reason for why Rune attacked him was discovered later. According to her, he made fun of me because of my eye patch. This incident occurred when Rune was 6 years of age. The doctors remarked that the entire incident was quite bizarre. How resilient the child's eyeball was, its position, size, the durability and sharpness of the stick Rune used. All of the factors had to have been just perfect for this whole incident to have happened. Apparently, it was practically impossible for a girl 6 years of age to have inflicted such serious wounds on a boy 2 years older. There must have been some element of surprise for her to have been able to stab at such a small vital point. One of the doctors said that the incident was truly bad luck. Or so he said. But he's wrong. There's no way that was just sheer bad luck. This wasn't just some incident where Rune simply lashed out due to emotion. Somewhere deep inside her, she must have had clear intentions to harm and destroy from the very beginning. This little incident was just an excuse to exercise that malicious intent. After the incident, Rune received the absolute worst scolding of her life. She apologized to every single person involved, bawling all the while. The peacekeepers, police in other words, gave a direct order to place her under indefinite house arrest. For some time, Rune simply stopped talking altogether. Of course, the responsibility of dealing with the aftermath fell solely on my mother's and father's shoulders. The Zevets did everything in their power to make things right for the G family. We had Zevets Medica provide the latest medical technologies. The extravagant costs of treatment were all paid by the Zevets. Marcus G. education was fully paid for. Even his parents, who experienced troubles with work, were promised a livelihood as well. It all added up to being a very generous offer to the G family. At first, the G turned it down. However, as time went on, the family began to quarrel amongst themselves, arguing that it was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. In the end, Marcus's parents divorced. He and his mother had left the city soon after. A day, a week, a month, a year. Time had passed. The Zevets conglomerate, I don't know what that is, continued to grow in power. Although deep, the scar left in the Zevets family slowly began to heal. With the passage of time, Rune slowly began to learn how to interact with other people. She began to speak more politely. It was as if the violent menace that was her had completely been overridden, instead turning into a proper lady. She was much more considerate of other people, disturbingly so. In reaction to her indescribable behavior, I harbored doubts. Did Rune truly learn anything from the incident? While I was initially doubtful, the skepticism eventually faded away. More time passed since the G incident. Another 5 years. I'm actually gonna stop here. Because my voice is actually giving out. I don't know if you can notice or not. That was fun. We're finally getting some backstory. I'm enjoying it. Little Rudo. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll probably hopefully finish the backstory next episode unless it's super long. But yeah, it was fun as always. I know I skipped a week of recording, so you'll get this on Thursday. But sorry about that. Things happen. But I hope you enjoyed and come back later, okay? Thanks, bye.